So it is, what day is it? Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, the 19th of March, and I am back with you for another quick morning live vlog. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how I've made my weight loss journey a lifestyle. I'm going to share my thoughts with you on that. And we're going to get into that in just a minute. But let me give you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here on this video, at whatever point you choose to join me. You may join me live, or you may watch this on the replay, but at whatever point you join me, then thank you so much. My name is Angela, and here on this channel we talk about the weight loss and wellness journey. I share my tips, my thoughts, my hacks, and things that have worked for me on my journey to losing 117 pounds to date. I have a total of 140 pounds to lose, and so I'm not far off my goal, not far off that. So today I'm going to share with you how I am making my journey a lifestyle as opposed to a diet, because it's so easy. We buy into plans and programs, systems, methods, products that say this is a lifestyle. But the only ones that can make it a lifestyle is us. And just because we buy into a system doesn't mean that it's a lifestyle. We have to make it into a lifestyle. And you can do that with absolutely anything. You can take, weight loss shakes, meal replacements, and make that into a lifestyle. You could take keto or Atkins and turn that into a lifestyle. Or, the slimming clubs, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, any of those clubs you can take and make into a lifestyle. But likewise, you can take any of those and turn it into a diet. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about how I have made my journey into a lifestyle. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. And I can see I've got a couple of people with me. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Anita. Great to have you with me this morning. Oh, I've got such an itchy nose. Sometimes, like, my hair just like gets a bit tangled. But anyway, less of that. So how have I turned my journey and made it into a lifestyle? So for those of you who are not familiar, I have been following the Weight Watchers plan, and Weight Watchers really promote their plan and their program as a lifestyle and not a diet. I have also done Slimming World. I've counted calories. I've done keto. I've done Atkins. I've done Cambridge and Slim Fast, Examed, you name it, I've done it. But I decided to do Weight Watchers because for me that felt more sustainable, plus they sold it as a lifestyle and not a diet. However, when I started on my journey, I thought I was living a lifestyle, and I look back now 5 years later and I realized actually I was still in diet mentality, even though I was constantly telling myself this is a lifestyle, and the plan was being sold as a lifestyle. I was still in diet mentality. And I tell you why. Looking back, sometimes we have to go so far on the journey, and then when we look back, we can see, the bigger picture. And I was very much concerned about the scales, diet mentality. I was concerned about what I was eating. I was eating, I mentioned yesterday on my live, that, you know, I was eating certain foods for weight loss. And I was thinking, if I eat these things, that's going to get me weight loss. But if I don't eat things, if I eat these things, that's going to stop me from losing weight. But if I eat these things, it's going to help me lose weight. So I was giving food a label and giving them a moral code as to whether it's going to help me to lose weight or not. Diet mentality, that was. I was always concerned about staying within the parameters that the program had taught me. You know, these are how many points you've got, these are how many sins you've got, these are how much calories you've got for the day. I was still stuck in that. And if I went over that, felt that I'd done something wrong, and therefore started beating myself up. Diet mentality. All of these things, and a lot more, I realised, I look back on my journey and realised that all of those things were still diet mentality, even though I bought into a lifestyle, and even though I believed I was on a lifestyle plan. And I would even say to my friends, you know, Weight Watchers, it's not a diet. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle. And, you know, guys, you know, I'm a thinker, and I would stop and I would think about that, and I'd be like, not a diet, but a lifestyle. Well, whose lifestyle is it? And who's defining the lifestyle? Because your lifestyle will be different to my lifestyle. And what works for you as part of your lifestyle may not work for me as my lifestyle. So when it's being sold as a lifestyle, I had to ask myself, well, whose lifestyle is this? So, but I loved the concept. I absolutely love the concept of losing weight as part of a lifestyle rather than being on a diet, because I'd been on and off diets for 40 years, on and off them. So the concept of living my life and living a lifestyle where I was going to lose weight, but more importantly than that, I was going to improve my health, and I was going to regain my health, and I was going to be healthy, and then within that lose weight, was very attractive to me. So on my journey, when I realized that I was still in diet mode, I was still in diet mentality, and I look back now and I think from the 50s, the 60s, our modern Western culture has been in diet mode. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. We see it labelled on food, on packaging. We see it in magazines. It's just part of our culture. It is ingrained in Western society to be on a diet, to have this drive to lose weight. And it was in my psyche, and I had grown up learning about diet mentality. I remember being at school and always being the overweight kid, and always thinking, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. You know, these foods were being restricted for me. I'd go to the canteen for lunch, and the canteen ladies were shoveling up the chips for the kids. And when they saw me, they'd just shake it a little bit and let a few drop off and give me that a little bit less. Already restriction. I was being taught to restrict. So, you know, all of these things in my psyche, in my culture, everywhere I look, diet mentality. So when I bought into the lifestyle plan on Weight Watchers, of course, it wasn't automatically going to make me live a lifestyle. I was still in diet mentality. So I was still hung up with that number on the scale. I was still caught up with, my portion sizes, weighing and measuring, and, I can't have 31 grams of, I don't know, oats. It has to be 30 points. I'm like, well, what difference is 1 gram going to make? Seriously? I'd be adjusting the app to make sure that I can have the maximum amount of oats, or I don't know, whatever it is, crisps or whatever it is, that was as low as possible, the lowest points for the maximum amount. Diet mentality, I was moving, going for a walk with the mindset that this walk is going to help me to lose weight. And getting that, drinking the water because this is going to help me to lose weight. Diet mentality. And yesterday I talked about how all of that affected my mental health. Really had a massive impact on my mental health, and my emotional health. So if you've not watched that live stream video, feel free to go back and watch it. So how did I move from that diet mentality to now thinking about a lifestyle? And excuse me, I feel now I'm at the point after 5 years where I can truly put my hand up and say, do you know what? I'm living a lifestyle that one, I'm thoroughly enjoying, but secondly, I am also losing weight on. I can honestly say that. It's taken 5 years. It's taken a lot of learning. It's a lot of trial and error. But I really feel now that I'm at that point where I feel this is a lifestyle for me. And one of the most important things that I've learned on this journey, very simple, and it's this. If you want something to become a lifestyle, don't start something that you can't see yourself doing for the rest of your life. It's as simple as that. Don't start or don't commit to something that you cannot continue for the rest of your life. So when a few years ago now, this is before I started my Weight Watchers journey, I was desperately unhappy because I was so heavy and in so much pain. I thought, right, that's it. I'm going to start on a meal replacement diet. And a friend of mine had been on that plan. Nita, I can see the problem. Thank you so much for sharing your comments. I'm on my phone in the car, and when I'm on the phone, the messages flash up just for literally 5 seconds, and I can't always read it all. So I do miss them. But when I post this video, pop that message into the chat box, because then I could definitely read them there. But yeah, I'm on my phone and I've got my distance glasses on as well, so that's why I'm always going like that to try and read it, because I can't read it. I know. So I went out and I found myself a consultant and bought into the meal replacement diet. And I got it home, and my son, very wise young man, very, very wise. And he said, Mom, he said, can you see yourself living off these meal replacements for the rest of your life? I said, no, of course not. He said, well, don't start it. Don't start. And I was like, he's very wise. But I'd gone out and I'd already bought it. So I did it for about a month. Yeah, I think it was 3 weeks, just under a month. And I lost a stone. But let me tell you, I was so miserable and I was ridiculously hungry. But I'd lost a stone. But I couldn't sustain it. I couldn't keep it, couldn't continue. I needed food. I wanted food. And as soon as I started it, I can still remember I opened up, I had a tin of mixed bean salad in the cupboard and I ate it and I thought I'll just have one spoonful and I couldn't stop. And I ended up eating the whole tin, then a tin of tuna. I just could not stop eating. And within 3 weeks, all of that weight and more went back on. And they were promoting that as a lifestyle. And I'm like, if they promoted it as a miserable lifestyle, I'd agree with that. So I learned from that. Don't commit or start something that you can't continue for the rest of your life. So, because if you start something and you can't continue, clearly it's a diet. And I don't want to demonize the word diet, because diet really means the food that we eat. That's what the word diet means, the food that we eat. Modern day society has expanded that to now mean something slightly different, or to have multiple meanings. And it can also mean, in this context, when we're talking about weight loss, it can also mean a way to lose weight that might be restrictive and might be unhealthy. It can mean so many different things. But in itself, it's not bad. So I don't want to demonize that word. But when I talk about a diet, I'm referring to something that's restrictive, that enables us to lose weight quickly. So I realized that something like liquid diet meal replacement was very much a diet. These are my air quotes, by the way. It was very much a diet and just wasn't sustainable. And then I decided, I say I've done all sorts of things. And when I started Weight Watchers, I started it because it was being promoted as a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. But when I started my journey, it wasn't a healthy lifestyle for me. I was still in diet mode. I was still restricting so that I could get that weight loss on the scale. I was still eating foods, the salads, all the low point stuff, because I believed that was going to get me a weight loss. I was thinking, I can't eat the foods that I enjoy because that's not going to get me a weight loss. I was like pounding the streets, walking, because I was like, this is going to get me a weight loss. I'm still in that diet mode. And it took me a good couple of years to really, truly understand and to get the balance for me, to find the lifestyle, to make it a lifestyle. And some people make that lifestyle switch really early, from day one or from week one. For me, it took me over 3 years. But I can now honestly say I am living a lifestyle where I am losing weight, and that weight is never going to go back on, because I have now worked to put those healthy habits in place. So I'm just going to run through a few of the things that I do now that has become a lifestyle for me. So let's start off with food. I love food. I'm a proper foodie. I enjoy my food. I still have my fish and chips. And from the chippy as well. I still have my favourite, which is the steak and kidney pie and a few chips. I still love my Caribbean food, my curry goat and rice, my oxtail and butter bean stew, my fried dumpling, my plantain. I still enjoy all of that. I also enjoy things like cakes and my toffees and my sweets and my crisps, of course. I love all of those things. Those things are never, ever gonna stop because it's my lifestyle. But what I've learned is to manage those foods, to have them and enjoy a portion that is right for me. So if you've ever followed me before, you know the size of my hand. The size of my hand is my portion. And that is my entire meal. My entire meal is the size of my hand. It is relative. Your hand is relative to your stomach. And that's why, you know, if you've got, you know, a 6'10" man, his hand is not going to be the size of my hand. His hand is huge. And that's because his stomach is bigger. But then you look at a child. I look at my grandson who's 3 and he's got tiny hands. That's the size of his stomach. So, you know, it is relative, regardless of what anybody says. That's what I believe. That's what I know. That's what I've been told by medics. And that is what works for me. Size of your hand is relative to you and your stomach. So I still eat all of those. So for example, if I have fish and chips, and granted I don't have it very often, it'll be as a treat, I'll go to my chippy and the fish is like that, it's huge. I bring it home and I cut it in half. I'll either share it with somebody or I'll have half and I'll either save it or give it to the cats or something like that. Gone are the days where I'm having that huge portion of fish and chips smothered in curry sauce. That's not my lifestyle anymore. My lifestyle is a small portion. I'll still have the chips and the curry sauce, but again, small portions. And I'm eating it really slowly. I'm savouring it. Really enjoying it. Gone are the days where I'm shoveling it all in like somebody's coming to steal my food. You know, my partner at the time, he used to say to me, slow down, Angela, nobody's going to steal your food. Nobody's going to steal it. I was eating it that fast. Those days are gone. Long gone. I am now often the slowest eater at the table. I could start eating my meal first, and I will always be the last to finish. I've really trained myself to eat really slowly. That's my lifestyle. And because of that, I can eat absolutely anything that I want to, because I know I'm only going to eat a small portion. It's only going to be really, really tiny. And training myself to do that has given me freedom. I you know, if you follow me, you know that I stopped tracking. I don't count points. I don't count calories. I don't count macros. I don't do any of those things because that's the life I want to live. And learning that and thinking about what is the life I want to live. I just couldn't see myself being attached to my phone and tracking every morsel that I ate. That's not something that I was going to see myself doing in the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. No way. So I had to find a way to live the lifestyle that I want to live without doing the things that I didn't want to do and still see results. So that's with my food. My alcohol, I love a drink. You know, if you know me, you know I love rum, I love whiskey, I love gin. I'm not a wine drinker. I don't touch wine. It just has a really negative effect on my body. But yeah, the spirits, I'm good with spirits. And I love it, and I'm never going to give it up. Never, because that's my lifestyle. So I mean, those measures, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm always honest with you. If I'm in the pub, they're going to serve you pub measures. But when I'm at home, it's just have a good glug in a glass with my Coke and my ice. But again, and by the time I've glugged it in, it's probably like a triple serving, Yeah, that's just who I am. But as part of my lifestyle, I will have that on a weekend, maybe on a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday night, usually just one of those. And I'll only usually, more often than not, just have one glass. That's me. That's done. I'll sip it really, really slowly. And by the time I get near the bottom, the ice is melted. That's how slowly I'll drink it. It's gone. So again, that is my lifestyle. And when I go out, usually I will just have one alcoholic drink. That's it. Job done. Don't have to worry about, how many calories is in it, how many sins or points, whatever, because I've got it in control. That's how I choose to live. Freedom. And the same with weighing and measuring things, I don't weigh and measure, not unless I'm doing like a recipe and it's something specific. But I go by eye, because that's how I choose to live. I don't want to be tied to my scales. But again, I've learned around what are the portion size that works for me. And when I'm doing, say, weighing my oats or my raisins or my nuts, usually it's a spoonful, and that's it. Job done. Yogurt, a spoonful, maybe two, and again, make it really small portions, really enjoying that. Thing again with lifestyle is activity. Now, I'm not hugely active in the winter because of my health, but in the summer, then I usually step my activity up, and I will walk and go to the gym because I really enjoy it, not because I'm thinking I've got to get that walking because it's going to help me lose weight this week. No, I'm doing it because I'm enjoying it. I go and see my grandchildren and we're dancing for hours, not because I'm thinking, oh, how many steps have I clocked up, or is this going to help me lose weight this week? No, I'm doing it because I love it. It's a great opportunity to bond with my grandchildren and to have fun. I love it. It makes me so happy. Somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago, they said, what are you doing this weekend? No, the question was, what are you going to do this weekend that can help you reach your weight loss goals? And I said, I'm spending time with my grandchildren because they make me happy. And when I feel joy, when I'm in that state of joy with them, I want to keep making the best life choices possible. And the person who asked me was like, oh my goodness, what a great response. What a great outlook to have. Because in my response, there was nothing there about weighing or measuring or tracking or, the diet as it was. It was just about my life and my lifestyle and things that make me happy, which is my grandchildren and spending time with them. And that then has that knock-on effect, lifestyle. So yeah, moving because it makes me feel good and I enjoy it. So like today, it's raining at the moment where I am now, and if it doesn't ease up by lunchtime, I'm not going for that walk because I know that I'm not going to enjoy it because I get stiff and my body hurts, and I know that's the time I really need to do it, but I'm not going to enjoy it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm too old to do things that I don't enjoy. Not doing it. But yesterday, when the sun was out, it was lovely, it was warm. I went out in my lunch hour, I did, I think it was about a 40-minute walk up the high street. Not because I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna help me lose weight. It's because, no, it's beautiful. The sun is shining. It's warmer than it has been for a while. It's gonna make me feel good. And I did that and felt brilliant. Yeah. Lifestyle. I'm doing it for the lifestyle. Same with my sleep. Got a really good sleep routine in, and I sleep well. Why? Because it makes me feel good. It's my lifestyle, not because it's going to help me lose weight. The same with my water. I've got every day got my bottle of water here with me. I always drinking my water. Why? Not because it's going to help me lose weight, or but because I know that it's the lifestyle. I'm in an office where it's warm. I get dehydrated. It's going to keep me refreshed, keep me hydrated, keep that cognitive levels going. Yeah, all of those things. I'm doing it as part of my lifestyle. So for me, it doesn't matter whether I'm following a plan, a way. And this is how I know it's a lifestyle for me now. Back in the day, I used to get to a point where I had the scales wasn't shifting, and I'd gave up, and I'd gone back to my old habits, and I'd found that I didn't want to continue on the journey because I felt so disappointed I hadn't lost weight. That for me was very much a diet mentality. I also felt that I couldn't lose weight. It wasn't possible for me to lose weight unless I was following a plan, whether I was doing Weight Watchers or Slimming World or keto or Atkins or the liquid diets. I felt that unless I was doing something structured, I couldn't lose weight. But now I'm at the point in my journey where, and I started this as an experiment back in September. I mean, I've always struggled with tracking. Tracking does not come naturally for me. I've always struggled with it. But in September 2023, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to track for a month, and I'm going to see what happens. And that month, I went on holiday. I had an all-inclusive holiday with my family. I came back 5 pounds off. And that taught me a lot. It taught me that I was now taking what I had learned, and let me tell you, I'd learned a lot. The Weight Watchers plan taught me a lot about myself. A lot. Don't underestimate that, guys. It taught me a lot about my food portions, about the quantity of food I was eating, about the quality of the foods that I was eating. And then I started building on that by, I'm the podcast queen. I listen to loads of podcasts. I was doing a lot of research, trying to understand food, and understand weight loss outside of Weight Watchers, just understanding the bigger picture. And when I started putting that into practice, I realized, actually, I don't have to track and I can still lose weight. Now, I'm not endorsing that for anybody, because, I think that for a lot of people, you do need structure so that you can understand what works for you and what doesn't. So, you have to find what works for you. And I think having structure at the start of your journey is really, really important. But I got to the point where I found that I'd understood that structure, and now I was taking from that structure what was working for me. And I realized tracking wasn't working for me because I hated it. I'm a creative through and through, and tracking is something very linear. That is just goes against the natural flow of who I am. Yeah. It's like somebody who loves wearing colour and you tell them you can only wear black. It's going to just feel really uncomfortable for them. Or someone who, like me, loves to wear makeup and you tell them you can now not wear any makeup at all. That's hard. That's hard, you know? So I'm a creative. I don't work in a very linear, structured way. I'm free form, free flowing. And to have to work in a very structured and methodical way was very challenging for me. So when I realized actually I could take what I've learned, put it into practice, and still get a weight loss without the restrictions, without the constraints of having to track and count points and all of that, I was just like, wow, this is incredible. So the next month I did it. So October I did the same, November did the same, December at Christmas, lost 2 pounds over Christmas. And I've done that ever since. And since September, since I've stopped tracking and weighing and measuring as per what was required of my plan, I've lost 17 pounds. 17 pounds. That's just under 3 pounds a month. And I realized, it was that point that I realized actually this is a lifestyle for me now. This is truly a lifestyle. What I'm doing now is truly a lifestyle. And that's why I say with confidence, I will never, ever, ever regain this weight. Never. Because this is now my lifestyle. It's my lifestyle. The same way I get up in the morning and I brush my teeth, it's a lifestyle. I never ever think, the question never ever comes into my head, should I brush my teeth today? Never. Doesn't ever come into my head. I get up, do what I have to do, brush my teeth. Because it's my lifestyle. And, you know, it's funny. I took my grandson to the toilet the other day. I was looking after him. And he said, me no, it doesn't speak. It hasn't got full vocabulary. He goes, me no wash hand today. Me no wash hand today. I thought he was so cute. And I was like, okay. And I looked at that and I thought, he's not quite got the lifestyle yet. He knows that he needs to wash his hands, but it's not a lifestyle yet because he's choosing whether or not to wash his hands. I just thought it was so cute. And then my other grandson, he's now, my older one, he's at the stage where he knows. He now doesn't even think about it. Uses the toilet, washes his hands, not even a question. As adults, we do exactly the same. Well, I say adults, I do. There's some things that we do because it's our lifestyle. We've learnt it. It comes naturally to us. And on the weight loss journey, it's the same. We have to find the things that come naturally. And when we find what comes naturally, in my opinion, that is what becomes the lifestyle. The lifestyle isn't something that you do because you have to do, or you're conformed, or, you know, you're in fear, or, you know, you think, well, I've got to do it and it's making me miserable. That's not truly a lifestyle. It may be for you, but not the lifestyle I want to live. So yeah, so those are just a few things. I'm just conscious of the time I've got to get in because I've got a meeting in a moment. But those are some of the things that I've done to make this journey a lifestyle, truly a lifestyle for me. And it's very, and do you know what? It is liberating. It is freeing. And I've always said that I will go back and track periodically, and I tried it last month. I was like, I'm going to track for a month. I couldn't even do it for a day. Couldn't do it for a day because that just feels so unnatural for me. Felt so unnatural to do that. And yet the whole month I'd lost weight. So yeah, it is just because you buy into a program that says it's a lifestyle doesn't mean that it is. We have to turn it into a lifestyle. We have to make it fit into our life rather than our lives fitting into the plan or the program. So I'd love to know, guys, where are you on your journey of making, your choices a lifestyle? Do you feel that you have got a lifestyle that truly brings you weight loss? I'd love to know. And if so, what are you doing? What things do you do that supports your lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle? I'd love to know. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. I hope you're enjoying these vlogs. Yeah, they're very quick because, as I say, I'm doing training. My lifestyle has changed now. I'm at the, normally if a few weeks ago I'd still be in bed, hadn't even opened my eyes. I was still in bed, but this is now my new lifestyle, and I'm trying to find that new balance for me. So yeah, these lives at this time of the morning is working for me, and then I'm going to spend time at the weekend to do more detailed stuff. So this change is coming to this channel, but it's all good. It's all good. So guys, thank you so much for being with me, and whatever you're doing today, have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. We all know how YouTube works by now, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps that algorithm. And the best way you can help me, guys, as we fastly approach our first major milestone on this channel, is to watch another live. Choose one or two lives. Maybe go back and watch a couple of live videos or videos from the past that you've not seen before, or videos from this last week. Go back and watch them. That would really, really help me and make a big difference to this channel. Right, guys, it's 20 to 9. I need to be in the office and in a meeting in a few minutes, so I will see you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye.